welcome to Prife International, the company which is bringing you the iTeraCare devices, and day by day we're adding more and more products to the list. And the iTeraCare Bio is one of the products which was brought in quite recently and is doing a wonderful job as well. By the way, I'm Soma. I'm with Prife International as a product advisor. Now let's see what's happening here. Now 70% of the population are suffering from sub-health status, right? They are going through all kinds of problems, right? And they are seeking for help. And now what we are looking at is many of them are turning to natural medicine, right? Natural alternatives. Now many of them are suffering from fatigue, anxiety, headache, dizziness, inability to concentrate and memory loss, gout, heaviness of body, bloating, abdominal pain, indigestion, constipation, low body temperature, fatigue, and irregular menstruation, to name a few. Right. Now, when you look at the principle of sickness in traditional Chinese medicine, what they're looking at is what they say is deficiency leads to cold, cold leads to dampness, dampness leads to condensation, condensation leads to blood inactivity, and blood inactivity leads to blockage, and the blockage leads to tumor, and the tumor leads to cancer. All right. So when we are talking about deficiency, normally you are tired, you have lack of energy, and you are definitely tired. All right. And when you're talking about cold, you're feeling cold at night, and then you're shivering at times, dampness, as if they are wearing clothes that have been soaked in the rain, and the body feels heavy and uncomfortable. When we are talking about condensation, the body is prone to soreness and pain, and the blood inactivity makes for body aches and numbness, swelling pain, and mixed body discomfort. Malignant tumors are prone to mutate to cancer, and the blockage leads to inactivity of blood, and which may give rise to plaques and subsequently blockages. All right, and the cancer allows for further deterioration, and it may give rise to cancer. Right. Now severe sickness is the accumulation of various ailments from the body parts. Now, here we introduce the iTeraCare Bio. Now, this is how it's looking, and it's a magnificent device. It's very comfortable, elegant, and definitely effective. For those people who just wish to sit and enjoy what it is doing to you, this is the device. All right. Now, it has an elegant design. You can just self-start and use self-control. You can control the heat level according to your comfort level from 1 to 10. And it has an in-mold decoration where it's a beautiful system of what do you call it, buttons, which allows you to control the device. What it does is it activates the cellular energy. All right, it starts from your feet, works upwards onto your whole body. Now what it does is it increases your metabolism, it relieves inflammation, purifies the body, it does body shaping and helps with anti-aging, it alleviates cold and dampness, diathermy for fat burner, it helps with cells activation and promotes circulation, among others. Now, it also warms your body, all right? It also warms your body, and you're in control as to how much of heat that you would like into your body. Now, warm up your body inside out. What it does, it warms you inside as well as outside and drives away the cold and dampness and gets rid of blockages to rebuild a healthy you. Right? And 15 minutes a day of sitting on this device, the iTera Bio, is equivalent to 60 minutes of aerobic, 8 hours of massage with bare hands, 60 minutes of sweating, 30 minutes of gua sha, 180 minutes of moxibustion, and 20 times of cupping. Isn't that great? Fantastic, right? Now, it also improves circulation and stimulates cellular immunity. Now, let's look at what are the technologies which are involved here. There are basically three things which are involved. Now, first one is the terahertz energy, which has potential health benefits such as detecting diseases, improving wound healing, and enhancing drug delivery. And those people who have been using the iTera devices, they will know what the terahertz energy can do. And it has also been helping people with remarkable health recovery. Now the second one is the negative ions. All right, the negative ions can provide numerous benefits such as boosting mood, improving respiratory function, and increasing energy levels. Now the negative ions are also known for reducing stress and anxiety, improving cognitive performance, enhancing immune function, and improving sleep quality, and reducing the severity of allergies and asthma symptoms. And to top them all up, we have the heat therapy, which can provide numerous health benefits such as reducing muscle and joint pain, increasing blood flow and circulation, promoting relaxation and reducing stress, improving flexibility and the range of motion, and aiding in the recovery of certain injuries. Now you get all three on one device, the iTera Bio. It has triple energy for better effect, right? And to top it all up, it works on resonance. And resonance can help with health by promoting a state of coherence in the body, which can lead to improved physiological functioning, reduced stress, increased relaxation, and potentially even enhanced immune function. That's fantastic, isn't it? Now, what are the main functions? It helps with alleviation. It alleviates cold and dampness and relieves inflammation. It purifies. All right, it purifies the body. It helps with body shaping. People who have been using it are finding that they are losing weight and also the shape is getting better. It helps to burn the fat. It's also helping in beautifying. People are finding that their skin quality is better. And it's also helping with anti-aging. The heat is helping with the circulation and also various other things. And it's also antibacterial, right? And also it's helping on overall wellness. Now, let's look at each one as they are. Now, what happens is elevation. It elevates cold and dampness and relieves inflammation. It helps dilate the blood vessels, reduce blood flow resistance and blood viscosity. It improves microcirculation, increases the ability of oxygen storage and carbon dioxide elimination to allow the transportation of nutrition to the whole body. As such, our organ functions and immune system can be restored to optimum levels, and therefore reducing our chances of getting disease. All right. Now, the second one, purifying, it purifies the body. It accelerates blood circulation, rapidly metabolizes and eliminates acidic substances in the body, alkalizes the blood, catabolizes cholesterol, triglycerides, and other substances clinging to the blood vessel wall, and improves the internal environment. All right. Besides that, it's helping with body shaping and fat burning. It acts on motor nerves, encourages the rhythmic contractions and relaxation of muscles to accelerate blood circulation and nutrient metabolism processes of muscle tissues. It's also helping to improve muscle strength, prevent muscle atrophy, promote nerve regeneration, and transmit impulses to the central nervous system. It also breaks down fat cells in the body, eliminates toxins, helps the body fight and eliminate free radicals and to look younger, and nourishes the spleen and stomach, replenishes the chi and blood circulation, and restores normal metabolic function. Now it's also helping to beautify people and helping with anti-aging. It removes freckles and wrinkles, removes dark circles and eye bags. The skin becomes more radiant and elastic. Now what we are looking at is the people who are members of iTeraCare are getting more and more beautiful. The women are getting more beautiful. The men are getting more handsome. The skin becomes lighter, moist, and rosy. And detoxification, it has detoxification, which accelerates metabolism, activating the blood and cells, and regulates body from inside out. Right? So people are they are looking much younger and more beautiful. And the combined energy can activate cell vitality, stimulate collagen regeneration, delay skin aging, and is smoothing wrinkles. Now the heat therapy, it has a warming effect. The heat can penetrate about 3 to 4 centimeters under the skin and is easily absorbed by the tissues. And you can control the level of heat which you want. It rapidly increases the surface temperature and accelerates the subcutaneous blood circulation. And it relieves muscle tension, relieves pain, and regulates autonomic nerves. And it also increases metabolism, enzyme activity, and promotes vasodilation. And it's also helping with microvascular permeability. It's helping to discharge waste better, and it's accelerating wound healing. Now, talking about wound healing, again, yesterday I met a person. Uh, he had a stroke recently. About 4 weeks ago, actually, I met him, and I was telling him about. He was okay at that point of time, and I was telling him about what the terahertz energy can do. What he told me was, I do not believe in the terahertz energy. I have tested; it doesn't work for me. I do not believe in it. So all I could say to him was, I hope you do not regret telling me this. Whatever you have told me just now, you should look more into it, deeper into it before you say that. Anyway, after that, I met 2 weeks after that, I was told that he had a stroke. I met him yesterday in the morning. He was on a wheelchair. Of course, I didn't tell him that I told you so, which is not nice. But anyway, what happened was we worked on him. We worked on him, and by afternoon, we met him in the morning. By afternoon, he was a different person. He had more energy. He was more cheerful, The face looked fantastic, and the wife was so happy because she had a tough time with him before that. And another aspect is what happened was he fell twice, once in the toilet at home and once in the toilet in the hospital. Now, what happened was he bruised his knee, and there was a big round mark, the open wound on his knee. Now, what I did was I sprayed the water, the iTeraCare charged water, and started blowing on the knee, and the knee immediately started drying up. You know what he told me? For the last 2 weeks, my wife has been taking me to the hospital daily to have dressing done, and it's really difficult. And even that morning when we met him, he just came after the dressing. But anyway, once I worked on him, the wound started drying up immediately, and a crust started forming, and the wound was slightly smaller than what it was. You know what he told after that? I remember what you told me. Now I trust you. And today he's talking about terahertz to other people. Uh, Isn't that wonderful? Anyway, the warming effect also increases muscle contraction ability. It relieves pain and muscle spasm. All right? And it reduces blood viscosity and reduces stiffness and discomfort. The antibacterial aspect of it and wellness, there are more than 10 million negative ions when you are using this device. Now, the minimum requirement where it is giving health benefits is 50,000 negative ions. This is way above that mark, 10 million negative ions. Now, it's helping with deodorization and sterilization and order fungal infection, athlete's foot, and sweaty feet, and it has a spa effect for the foot. All right, you're going to love it when you use it. Now let's look at some of the patents which this device has. All right, it has unique patents. The first one is it's an ergonomic healthcare equipment. They have a patent for that. A pedicure device with good waterproof performance. A pedicure device with negative ion deodorizing function. A kind of support and stable health equipment. A kind of pedicure equipment with graphene heating device, and a microcurrent foot therapy device with good insulation performance. Now, these are the patents which come together with this device, right? And how are they helping people? They are definitely necessary for cold and dampness body conditions, for office workers who are sitting most of the time, for postpartum mothers where their skin might sag a little bit, for obese people who are trying to reduce their weight, beauty lovers who want to get even more beautiful, middle-aged and elderly people who can do with some help, sitting or standing for a long time. It comes with the job you do. And persons with hypertension, high cholesterol, and high blood sugar. And it's also very suitable for home use, therapy centers, beauty salons, spa centers, rehabilitation centers, activity centers, office use, and anywhere where you need to use. Now, what's happening is many people now, especially when they have a center, they have an iTera bio. So when the person comes in, they're allowing that person to sit on the bio for 30 minutes, and at the end of 30 minutes, you do not have to say anything because they are going to tell you what is happening to them, and after that they are with you. Right? Now let's look at some of the technical parameters of this device. Now first of all, the product name is iTera Bio. The product model is MLS JC02A. The working frequency is 50 or 60 Hertz. It works together well. The output power is 300 watts. It has more than 10 million amines coming out each time. And the dimension is 371 by 379.5 by 212.5 millimeters. And the weight is 4.6 kilograms. Now, these are basic technical parameters of this device. Now, let's look a little bit about this device. This is how it looks like, and these are the buttons which come with this device. Now, let's look at a few things which you might have to look into. The first one is, this is where the on-off button is, right here. Once you plug in into your power supply, the next thing you do is you switch on this button here, and the next thing you might want to do is switch on the terahertz button and negative ions button. Now, when you switch on both of these, now they are ready to be used. The next thing you might want to do is you might look at the timer. This is a countdown timer. It starts from 30 minutes, counts down to 0. You can also set it to 20 or 10 minutes to your liking. All right. And this is the heat level where you can set the heat from 1 to 10 to your comfort. Right. Many people prefer to start at 5 and slowly work their way up until 10. If that too hot, you can of course always bring it down a little bit lower. Now once you have got all this ready, then you start putting your feet into the device, the left and the right. All right, so you just place them there and you are good to go. And the good part about this device is once both feet are in place, the machine starts by itself. The countdown starts. It does not start until both the feet are inside. All right, now just a little bit more. When the buttons are switched on, the THz indicator is switched on. It gives a blue ambient light, but when both feet are inside, it turns to red. So it's ready to go. Now, this is another look from the side, all right? Now, this is a power supply. And this is where the button is, where you switch it on and off. So all you have to do is just switch it on and do what I told earlier. Now, this is the remote control which comes with this device, where you can control the heat level. Now, you increase by pressing this and you decrease by pressing this. It works from 1 to 10. All right? Now, this is to increase and this is to decrease. Now, this device is not recommended under the following conditions. Now, this is something which we need to look into to tell those people. I mean, many would want to use, but there are some restrictions. First of all, pregnancy, children under 10. If your temperature is above 38 degrees Celsius, if you have disorders of the consciousness, meaning that you are not conscious, and you have implants, especially heart implants, and then you have pulmonary dysfunction, you are wearing cataract lenses, bleeding in whatever way, whether from an injury or there's some internal bleeding, and if you are having metal implants, it is not recommended, right? So please look into this. Now, besides that, there are some do's and don'ts of using this iTera Bio. The first one is people who use life-sustaining artificial heart and lung machines and other health equipment are prohibited to use. Now, people who suffer from bleeding tendency and bleeding illness are advised to use it cautiously. And people who are sensitive to heat are suggested to be accompanied by family members. And people who have implants, who are implanted with cardiac pacemakers, metallic artificial organs, and embedded with metallic parts inside the body are prohibited to use this device. And people with severe heart disease are advised to use cautiously. And during operation, please turn off the power switch of the machine immediately in case of emergency, right? And should you feel abnormal or uncomfortable with the use of the machine on your body, please stop using it immediately. Not recommended for children or people with difficulties of expression because they may not be able to tell you whether it's too hot or it's giving them some discomfort. Now, please do not touch the working parts of the machine with metallic objects. And in case of smoke or peculiar smell during operation, which normally doesn't happen, please turn off power of machine immediately and contact the after-sales service personnel to solve the relevant problems. And during operation, both feet should fully contact with the energy board. Single point contact with energy board is strictly prohibited to avoid burns. All right, there are further warnings. This is under the dangerous category. During operation, both left and right foot, knees included, should not be touching each other. And the feet should be placed firmly on the energy board. Now we see some people where the feet is not firmly on the board, is slightly lifted, and we should avoid that. And during operation, avoid touching feet or energy board with the hand, right? And using the device together with other electromagnetic devices at the same time is strictly prohibited. Now, there are some people, what they do is, while using the iTera Bio, they try to use another device, iTera Classic, Premium, or Pro, on other parts of the body while at the same time using this device. Now, this is strictly prohibited. Now, this is under the warning category. First of all, please reduce the intensity level or stop to use it when you feel uncomfortable during the operation, all right? And do not cover the energy boards with anything. There shouldn't be anything inside except just nothing there for your feet to be placed there. Not recommended for children or people with expression difficulties. We have mentioned this. And do not suddenly remove your feet from the energy board during the operation. Right? You need to switch it off before removing your feet. And this is under the attention category. Now, please remove all metallic objects from your body before using the device. And we see lots of people, they're wearing their watches, their chains, even the handphones. They should be removed if possible, and things will be better. And in case of power failure during operation, please unplug the machine. And please do not touch the energy board with metallic objects. And please do not use it under high temperature or humidity environment, very close to where extreme moisture abounds. Okay, so that's about all for today. Thank you.